Okay, so a little time has passed, part two, and this is where everything got cleaned up down here. If you remember last time, there was a mess, there's carpet, there was tile. Floor mat's still here because kids still want to come down and play, but just a couple things out of the way. But you can see we got the entire floor cleared up. You can see the seams here where the slabs were pulled, I'm guessing. And you got everything picked up. But this is cleared out. And we come through this hallway. The hallway is cleared out. And the furnace room. The not sure what to do with it room. And we'll come around to this closet here that I'm looking to make something fun out of. Not just a closet, but something fun. I don't know yet. We really are going to change this color out. Maybe a really, really light gray. But looking at the overlay, this is essentially what we're looking at. Not as blotchy, more streaky, more lines of streak, but this one is called a metallic dark gray Cretus brand, and it's an epoxy metallic pigment. So the underlayment, floor leveler will come in here and level this out hopefully really well after I grind it down. And then looking this to pour, and we'll lay this out in just a second. So then you got the hallway. I gotta leave that kitty litter there so that the cat has somewhere to go until it's really time to do this. Pulled the toilet because I just didn't like the old one. It was in bad shape, so I'm gonna get a new toilet there. Not sure what we're gonna do with the color here. We may just paint everything because we can come through quick before the overlay people come in. And it just makes it a lot easier to paint when you don't have to worry about what's going on underneath. And again, we may just go one single color throughout of a really, really light gray. Paint over this. Here's that little storage room. And this used to be the tile, the terracotta colored tile. And we got all of that chipped out. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with this weird little number here. This used to have a cupboard set here, almost like a craft cupboard station, and this was a glass partition for somebody to do work above the top of this light, and this light was in an encased case. But I don't want that. We want to make this into livable space, potentially rent it out. Took this out, if you remember from the last video, which was the sink that was there, the really old sink. I'm gonna take those lights out. We took that bifold mirror behind it. We took out this really crummy cabinet that was in here that had been ruined and destroyed. I'm gonna clean all that up back there really well. But as you can see, we are cleaned up, vacuumed up, scraped. Take a quick look in here. I just have took the shelves down. I want to repaint that, but I got to clean that up just a little bit. But we are ready to go. So I'm going to lay this down in a couple different rooms of what this color is and what it could look like for a flooring. So that compared to a dark or a lighter colored wall, and so that's what that would look like there. Looks a little darker next to a white wall like that. And let's turn these lights off, move down a little bit. So looking at this hallway, again, these walls are not going to be this bright. Let's take and put that down here, and yeah, so you're gonna be looking at that color contrasting. It's brighter in person, so I don't know if it's coming across well in this video, but it's a lighter gray in person. But just imagining the entire floor with this color. Really like it. And again, it's more silver than it appears. And we can ask for some lighter tones. We don't want it to be too dark. Turn these lights off as we go. And the center of the living room here. And that would be your color in this room. This wall here, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, has its bracing points here and here, but there's a gap here of about 18 inches in between that I think I want to try and do some sort of a cut-in, bump out, not even a bump out, a bump in, to put a big TV in there, because you have what looks like a redundant set of studs there in the wall, and I would just go as far as where your structural bracing is there, but take the in-between and sink that in and have that extra space to put a big screen TV in there. And with TVs the way they are these days, I mean, 100 inches is doable now, so I would almost want to make that future-proof, get that as a large space. So this is the room. This is how it looks now. This is part 2. And part 3, I guess, is when we get someone to come in and start on the underlayment and beautify this space. My wife's actually looking to paint the fireplace here. So any suggestions on that? Again, remembering that the back wall, all the walls are going to be a very, very light off-white, kind of a gray color. So thanks for watching, and looking forward to seeing you all in part 3.